Good morning, guys, and happy Friday.
Everybody have a good week!
Today is a very special video for me. Today, I'm going to do a video that I've wanted to do for probably about 3-4 years now, and just never had the courage to ever do it. So today, I'm going to achieve one of my goals. That is to make a front splitter video for YouTube. Originally, this is how I was going to start my YouTube channel. But you know what, I guess things got changed and now this is the third video instead of the first video, so yeah. Vlog / build number 2. So I see a lot of guys on YouTube, the whole reason why I'm making this video is I see a lot of guys on YouTube building front splitters. They're doing it either one, wrong, and it's not really functional. 2, they're making it a lot harder for themselves. Their lines aren't clean.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Not fluid. So when they go around and they start cutting, it's like a wave, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how to not make that happen, how to make a perfect consistent line. Instead of just taking a pencil and tracing around the bumper, we're gonna do a different method. Now, it is a lot better to just do the whole install of the front splitter with the bumper off. Obviously, I'm sure anyone who's modifying their car has taken their front bumper off before, so it shouldn't be an issue. So my personal opinion is take the front bumper off. Once it's off, it's also easier to bolt the splitter to the bumper instead of just trying to screw it in. It's a lot easier to have it right in front of you. It's right there, just take it off. What, maybe 10-15 minutes to get the bumper off at max. So yeah, we're gonna take the cover off the car. I'm gonna shimmy it over a little bit, and then I'm gonna take the front bumper off, and we're gonna get to this video. Do me a favor though, hit that like and subscribe button. It will really help me out on my channel. I'm trying to produce as much content as I can on valid things that you guys are interested in. So let me know in the comments below on what you kind of looking to make, build, help with, ideas with. Yeah, it's endless. We can build anything. We can make anything. I can show any video how to. Yeah, it's endless. Okay, let's get it going. Okay, now that we got that all good to go, now it's time to get the bumper off. No drill out. Trim tool makes life a lot easier. There's 3 clips in behind. A great tool are these hose clamps, needle nose pliers. These things are awesome. It's great because it has that lip, so you can get almost underneath instead of just being straight and trying to turn the pliers. At least this is already turned for you almost a 90, maybe like a 70. Oh my goodness. These are those clips I was talking about that I was using so I can get underneath there and then just squeeze it. Nice, eh? I take these 2 bolts off. I think it's a T27. No. At least. Oh. Once upon a time when I had underglow, now that underglow wire is stopping me from taking my bumper off. like defusing a bomb. Now, if any of my fellow R56 Mini Cooper S guys are wondering, is it worth upgrading your intercooler to a bigger one or an aftermarket one? Which I think every aftermarket intercooler is the same, roughly the same size. I mean, it's definitely bigger than OEM. So I'm gonna show you what OEM looks like. OEM, 3.5 inches tall, 2.5 wide. I don't even think you're ready for the comparison. So for comparison, to the top of the intercooler, like to the fins, you got about 9 inches. It's about 4.25. It's literally 3 times the size. So definitely upgrade. Okay, so first up, get a giant piece of cardboard. Pro tip, if you need big pieces of cardboard, you can always go to Walmart, Home Depot, Canadian Tire, go to the back at night or something if you're friggin' too embarrassed to go during the day, and get yourself a big piece of cardboard. Okay, next we're gonna tape all these creases so they don't have this floppy stuff, so when we go to cut the cardboard, pieces aren't falling apart. We want a good template, so make sure this is taped up good so it's not friggin' flopping around. Our tip, try to leave some tape to hang over the edges so you can wrap it around, so then the other side, when you do flip it, it's all connected. It's not just this one side's taped and the other side isn't. You want it all pretty solid. Okay, so before you cut any cardboard, make sure you have more than enough. Like, you want something that just looks ridiculous. Like, obviously I'm not gonna make a splitter this big compared to my 5-inch splitter, but you want a lot to work with. You rather have too much than too little. You don't wanna be trying to tape little pieces together, you know? So another tip is don't make the splitter just the size of the front bumper, because then you're just relying on the support of the bumper to hold the actual full splitter of itself. So here we have the connecting rods that go into the bumper itself, and then the back you can see how much bigger the front splitter really is, because you can see where it's getting bolted into the actual subframe. So with those being bolted, I also put stuff all around the splitter and around the subframe. So even if my bumper were to completely hit a friggin' speed bump, at least I know my bumper's never gonna fall off, because this is holding it. It's mounted into the subframe with a screw, and then the whole bumper itself is connected to the car. So obviously you can make these obviously thicker. This is just 1/4 inch. You can go 1/2 inch, which I'm thinking about doing a 1/2 inch arrow kit next. I do like the 1/4 inch, it is nice, but obviously the thicker the splitter, the lower I'm gonna look, right? So we'll see. Also more durable. Mind you, I've had the splitter for probably going on 2 years now, I think, and completely immaculate. And I used to be about 1.5 inches off the ground static. I'll flip it around for you. Used to have some janky underglow, but I made it go inside the bumper so it was flush, so when I did scrape, it wasn't actually just ripping off the LED strip. So that's why I recessed it into the bumper like that. Yeah, it looks a little funny, but you're never gonna see it. Also, that's what we just cut. That with the bomb wire, so yeah. Maybe I'll do another LED strip kit, I don't know. We'll see how I feel. And then you can see all the washers and all the bolts I use to completely secure this front splitter to the bumper. So it's solid. First time taking the bumper off in 2 years. And then there is my current front splitter. still looks pretty good after 2 years, that's for sure. Definitely dirty, but holding up great. Definitely recommend getting support like that as well for the side of your splitter. That way it's completely secured to that bumper, like it is part of the bumper itself, right? That's what you're looking for. Okay, so first things first, grab yourself a piece of 2x4. You could use a 1/2 inch piece of board as well. Whatever you really want to do, kind of how far you want to make your splitter. Measure out, I don't know, we'll say 5 inches. On the board, on the 2x4, mark it out 5 inches. And then cut your piece of 2x4 at 7 inches, just to be safe. You could also put one maybe at 4 inches. That way you can have your splitter come at 5 inches around, say like this, right? Running 5 inches around smoothly, and then say you want 4 inches from here to here, depending on whatever that measurement is and depending on the center of your bumper. So then you could take that 1 inch difference, the 4 inch instead of the 5 inch, right? And depending on where you start that line, now it's 4 inches all the way around, and then you could just make a nice little angle from there and match it on this side as well, and then that's how you do it. So, like I said, I'm going to show you. Okay, so now that you have those holes, 5 and the 4, now you can put your marker through and you can see that it's just going to sit there. You don't even touch it. And all you got to do now is just go around the bumper completely on this and not have to worry about holding that marker straight or at the same spot. Now it's completely in there. Now before you start tracing your bumper and scratching it up, make sure you wrap the end that's going to be touching the bumper with the microfiber just to the very end there. And then what I like to do is just take some less pro tape and just wrap it around. Okay, so instead of trying to trace the bumper just like this around and making a line, it's eventually gonna get choppy and you're gonna have to, like here, what are you gonna do here? You're gonna start putting it in like here. It's not gonna line up, see? Look at that choppiness. You don't want that. You want consistency, right? Okay, so make sure that you have the exact same amount of cardboard on both sides. That way you're not short on one side or longer on the other side, and then you get halfway through, you notice it, and then you screw yourself, and now you gotta redo it. So double check before you do anything. Always be safe than sorry. We're gonna take the 5, and we're gonna start right here. And now we're just going to follow the bumper. Don't rush. And if you hit the tape like that, just hit the tape there. Just go back the other way. Consistent lines. Look at that. Okay, so there you go. That is your shape. There's your 5 inches or your 4 inches or 3 inches. Now say you want to make something crazy. Well, now you got to make sure, like I said, make sure this bumper is center with your cardboard. Because I did my measurement, I know that this is my center right here on the bumper. So from here, depending on what kind of style you're looking for, like maybe we'll say we'll go 2 foot. So we'll go 1 foot off of the center line. So 1 here, 1 foot here, 1 foot here. Then I like to go about 1 inch, but we'll go 2 inches on this. 2 inches on this, and then from this top line we'll drop 2 inches. Screw it, we're gonna make it different. So from here, depending on what you want, you could just go a straight line through, and it could just be like that, and then whatever this is around. You can make it round. You could just make it square if you really want to, if you're trying to do Minecraft stuff. I don't know. Okay, so We'll just go around now like this. And now you have a perfect consistent line around. And that's it. And then we just cut this out. Make little X's there to remind yourself. So in the back here, instead of just cutting it right here, your splitter, let it come here. That's fine here, so no one can see it in the wheel well. But when you're inside where the engine actually sits over top of this, no one can even see that far, especially when you're this far from the ground. So you're gonna want to find out exactly, like I said, find center of your bumper, and then you're gonna find where your subframes are center of your car to the bumper. So then you know, by the measurement of that, you know exactly where they are. So you can come out, leave it like this, and now you can make pieces that connect to your subframe. Instead of just having everything rely on the bumper itself, now you're actually supporting to the frame of the car itself. Yeah, so let's cut that out, and then we'll see what it looks like on the car. Look what I just found when I was about to put the bumper back on. Holy, right to the belty belt, baby. Oh, but it looks like there's a hole. It looks like there's a freaking hole in the wheel. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, that probably time for some new tires. She's alright though. Not bad fitment. Could be better. It was better. But the roads are too Oh my god, could you imagine my car without the front splitter now? It looks so funny. It just looks like a round car. Look at that big bad boy. So obviously that's just ridiculous, but that is just literally the video of showing you guys how simple it is to actually make a front splitter. I'm not going to bore you guys with cutting plastic. If you try and make a front splitter, then you know what's entitled to it. One tip though, if you're cutting plastic, depending on how fast, blade, the thickness, it probably will, you'll probably have to make 2 passes through the plastic just because it's probably gonna melt to itself, and then you'll just do a final quick pass and then you'll do a quick sand. Literally, if your line are nice and smooth on your template, then use a pen, and I still try to cut on this side. That way, when you're cutting, even if you leave a millimeter, at least that gives you a millimeter to play with and sanding, because I guarantee you'll not be able to cut perfectly on that line all the way through your whole splitter, right? It's gonna be hard. So leave room for yourself for sanding. So even the supports here, what you're just gonna be doing is once you have your front splitter built, you're gonna match the bottom of it, use some L-bracks to attach with little bolts. Don't go too crazy. If you're using 1/4 inch ABS, then just get half-inch screws. You don't need 1-inch screws or 3/4 screws. If you get longer screws, you're gonna later on have to cut them, and you don't want screws poking out to here, and then you're cutting here, and then you slip, and then you freaking hit your splitter, and now your splitter looks like shit right there, and you don't want that. So yeah. Alright, well I hope that helped you guys. I think that's the easiest way of making a front splitter. Instead of trying to jam cardboard underneath your car while the bumper's still on the car, you're better off taking the bumper off, bring it to a table, trace it like I showed you with a tool you make that makes it easy for you to make perfect consistent lines all the way through with one hand. I definitely feel like this is a better solution than trying to trace the bumper itself while holding the pen or marker. Like I said, you can make those holes anything. You can make them 3 inches, you can make them 4 inches, you can make them 4.5. You can do anything you want. It's endless possibilities. Literally, it's just all about measuring your front bumper and how it stands to your car. And I think that's a wrap, guys. Until the next one. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.